What's up, guys? We are live, coming at you. We're doing Phenomena by Hillsong Young and Free. Phenomena Da, parentheses. We're going to be going over the electric guitar tutorial for all of the lead parts. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. So we've got the main lick. We've got it in the verses and in the choruses, the post-choruses. But they're slightly different. There's two different ways to play it. The verses have a chromatic thing, and the choruses, or actually it's the post-chorus, has a just a normal minor scale thing going on. So, by the way, what I'm looking at here is I have all the tabs and everything that I actually charted out for you guys. So if you want to actually see the tabs in the original key, which is F sharp minor, or you can call it D sharp major, G flat minor, E flat major, whatever you want to call it. I've got all of those tabs that you can go through, everything that I'm going to go over in this video in the link in the description below, and those are free, so you should join that. And yeah, so let's jump right into this. So here's what the verse sounds like. It actually comes right in on a weird timing. So there's actually, it comes on beats 3 and 4. We're in 4/4, so there's rest, dun, 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 dun. So it's like right into the verse there. So just to keep that in mind, and here's what the verse sounds like. Okay. As far as tones that I'm using, I'm playing through the Helix patch that I created specifically for this. Helix, Podgo, H6 Effects, and HX Stomp, optimized for all of those. And I'm doing like an octave down doubler there, just to kind of add some of that, like that low fuzz distortion kind of thing that's going to drive into the amp a little bit. And so that's kind of what I'm playing for that tone. Real tight. I've got the gate is really high on that, especially with the single coil. You don't want that extra like ringing out and things like that. So it's pretty tight. There's like a tiny bit of reverb in there. You can almost even pull or turn that off if you're playing that live. There's like 12% mix on the reverb. And so that's basically it for the verses. Let me go over just like the notes for that. So it starts on the 6th fret, and then it goes 9, 8, 6 on the A string, and then the 7th fret, low E, and then 6, 5, 4. There's the chromatic thing, and then you're going back and forth between the 4th and the 2nd. And then you're going back up to that 6th fret. So if you really want to see the timing of that, you can look at it in the tabs. But again, let me play that slowly. So you can, one last thing I want to add is you could play that on the neck pickup. I just played it on the bridge that whole time. But if you want to add a little bit more like warmth to it, you can do the. So feel free to take your pick there. Yeah, so let's go over to the chorus, and this is the ambient part that's down. And it's got some delay and reverb and stuff. This is where the wet effects will come in. And it sounds like this. Okay, so for the delays and stuff, I'm using just a dotted 8th delay, a lot of mix on there. You really want that delay to kind of play with what you're doing. Relatively clean. And then I added just more reverb on that just to kind of fill out the space and differentiate from the rest of the song. Because this really is the only like ambient part of the song. So we're going to do that, and I'm going to show you how to play it. So it's basically one shape and one string that's just kind of moving around, changing notes. So we're on the 6th fret G string, 7th fret B string, and 9th fret E string. So that's basically just an F sharp 5 chord. So we're going to do that. Then the next shape, you're just going to move, you're going to pull off your middle finger to the 6th fret. And then you're going to walk up the scale. So it's 6, 7, 9. And the way that you achieve a lot of these shapes is like, so for that second shape, you're barring your 1st fret, or your 1st finger. And then with your pinky, you're going to bar that B string and E string. So that's what you're going to play for the verses, or sorry, that's what you're going to play for the chorus, that down part, and then you'll kick into that main part again. The dun, 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 dun. But this time you're going to switch it up. It's not chromatic. It's just the normal minor scale that you're going to walk down. And so I added a little bit more distortion on that for the, and just like a little bit more fuzz. I think the best pickup for this would be the bridge. So those are the notes that are only different there. So it's instead of option 1, option 2. So let me go over just those notes really quick. So it's 7, 6, 4. So just going down that scale. So I'm going to play that slow. So that's kind of how you play that, the post choruses. And yeah, it's pretty similar to the verses. The verses are a little bit more toned back, a little bit more muted. Could use maybe the neck pickup on that, and then maybe add more distortion for the post chorus where it's even bigger, and you just kind of play that alternate scale there. The last thing that I wanted to go over was the outro. You can call it the solo, but let me get my effects here for that. So you can either play that original tone that you did, or you can add a little bit more distortion and kind of give it that fuzz effect. I kind of like that. It gives it a little bit more like dirt to it. So here's what the solo outro sounds like. So that last thing was just a pentatonic thing, but we'll go through that. I'm going to pull back some of the effects on here. You'll notice that I added delay back into it. So add a little bit more to it. But let's pull the wet effects away, and I'll show you the notes there. So it's a unison bend. There's 3 unison bends, meaning that you're going to bend 2 notes, or bend 1 note to match the other note that you're playing. So the slower you play it, the more like attitude, the more grit you can add to it. But the note that you're trying to hit is the unison. That same note. So that's going to be a bend on the 13th fret G string. And then your first finger is just going to stay on that B string on the 11th fret. And if you're unfamiliar with playing these types of shapes here, the middle finger is actually helping my ring finger do that bend, because it'd be kind of difficult to just use my ring finger. What you want to do is add your middle finger to that string behind it. It's not going to change the pitch or anything, but it'll give you a little bit of extra strength to where you can really feel like you have control over that string. And you could just dig into it, add a little bit of flavor to it. Okay, so just take that shape, go down 2 frets to where your ring finger is starting on the 11th fret. And then shift it down another 2 frets to the 7th fret, or sorry, the 9th fret. Again, right here, it's all pentatonics if you're familiar with it. That's the box that we're playing this lick in. Whoa, what is happening to my... Oh, we're good. Okay, so it's going to be a bend, again, on the 13th fret G string. And then the 11th fret E string, down to the 14th fret B string, to the 11th fret B string, 13th fret G, then the 11th fret G, and the 13th fret D string. And you can also do a unison bend into that lick to add a little bit more flavor, but when you put it all together, cool. So that is all I have for Phenomena. And it's pretty straightforward once you kind of get the notes right, and once you kind of figure it out and play it a few times, because it's pretty repetitive. But yeah, let me know if you guys have any questions. Again, if you didn't catch that, I have all of the tabs in the link in the description below. And then also this preset that I'm playing through. It's dialed in with the right BPMs, the right different sections and things like that, so you don't really have to think too much about that. It's just hit the snapshots and work your way through the song, and it'll go along with all of the sections that I went over. So, yeah, we'll see you guys in the next video. Let me know, one last thing, what songs I should do tutorials for. I'm always trying to stay ahead and stay up to date with the newest songs that are coming out, but let me know what songs that you want me to go over in the link in the description below, and leave a comment. And we'll see you guys in the next video.